Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hacking Smart Contracts for Fun and Profit. Today we're looking at challenge number 7, Compromise from Damn Vulnerable Defi. So while poking around a web service of one of the most popular DeFi projects in the space, you get a somewhat strange response from their server. This is a snippet, and we have the snippet here. So a related on-chain exchange is selling absurdly overpriced collectibles called DVNFT, now at 999 ETH. Ooh. This price is fetched from an on-chain oracle and is based on 3 trusted reporters. And we have the addresses of the 3 reporters here. So starting with only 0.1 ETH in balance, you must steal all ETH available in the exchanges. Okay. So let's check this out here. What is this we have? If you you play around with hacking, you're gonna find, you'll end up decoding and encoding different things, and you just recognized different formats. And here you'll be able to recognize this looks a lot like hex data. So what we can do is we can probably decode this. And what I like using to decode things is CyberChef. Really cool tool. I highly recommend it. Basically what we can do is we just punch in our input, what we want to decode, and then we start making a recipe. So if we know this looks a lot like hex, we can go from hex, boom, and now we get a decoded output. And if you are a savvy hacker, you will realize this looks a lot like base 64. So let's try that. So next we want to go from hex from base 64. Okay. Woo, what do we have here? This looks a lot like a private key. So, quick side note, if you have access to somebody's private key, you can compromise their wallet. Basically, you can take control of their wallet, and it's very bad news. Like, you never want to have your private key exposed anywhere. Like, that is like bad news, bad news, which we will see. So right now we have one private key, and from there we can basically take control of whatever wallet this is associated with. And from there, yeah, we can do really bad things. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll just copy this. We'll put that over into our, let's see, let's go here. Let's just put that into a variable. We got a private key. We'll put that call this private key 1 is equal to this private key. Okay, we'll see what we can do with that later. And I'm guessing the other one is the same. So we'll do the same thing here. We just copy it. Use the same recipe. Ooh, bam. Now we have what looks like another private key. We will copy that in to another variable. Private key, call this private key 2. Okay, so from here, what we can do is we can create new wallets with these private keys, which is exactly what we'll do. Const wallet 1, we'll say new ethers.wallet, ethers.wallet, and then we'll enter the first private key, and we'll also enter the provider. So provider, and then we'll do the exact same thing with the second private key. Call this wallet 2 and give it the second private key. Okay, so now we've created new wallets with the private keys, and from here we can have control over whatever wallet these guys have control over. And I'm guessing it is the oracles. Well, I'm not guessing. I know it's the oracles. So if we go and check out some of these contracts here, we see this is just an initializer. We have an event, the constructor. We got a couple arrays, and then we initialize. Oh, sorry, I wasn't scrolled all the way up. We import this trustful oracle, and then we're just initializing it down here. And then next we can just look at this trustful oracle contract. Let's go up to the top. So here, let's see, we can just kind of scroll through it. We are creating some roles here, trusted source role, initializer role, and then we're using those roles as in the modifiers here. Only trusted source, only initializer. We also have a mapping, prices by source. So this is basically this is going to be referencing the different oracles that we on chain, and it's going to, by oracle, it's going to give us out different prices. So basically what I guess is happening here is once you have control of 2 of the 3 oracles, then it's getting an average of those prices that we're posting. So if we have control of the majority of the oracles, we post a price, that is going to be the trusted price that it's going to show up on the exchange, because the exchange is referencing these oracles here. So we can just kind of look through it a little bit, but really there's nothing too crazy about this. It's, kind of set up in a way that should work if we haven't compromised the oracle prices. So here we're just kind of setting the initial prices. Allow symbol only 1 symbol / price per source. I can only post 1 price per symbol per oracle, basically. So post price, this is what we're going to be playing with, basically, because once we become in control of the oracle, we can pass this modifier here, which is only trusted source, and we will be able to access the set price function, which we will do, and we'll be able to create a new price here. Here, just more helper functions. We get a medium price here, get all prices, get price by source. These are just helper functions. There's nothing too interesting. What we're going to be looking at is the post price. That's the most crucial function in this whole contract here. And then we can look at the exchange. We'll just kind of cruise through it. We're just importing the trustful oracle. We're importing the NFT. Some references. We're creating references to the NFT and the oracle. Creating some events. We're just initializing those things, the token and the oracle here. And then we're just going to use, the buy one, and then we just have a buy one and sell one function, pretty straightforward. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to buy one and we're going to sell one. So in order to pass, let's check out some of this. In order to pass this buy one function, we have a check here that the amount paid is greater than 0, and then price should be in way. It's pretty much it. There's nothing, there's nothing too weird about these contracts here. You guys can just kind of take a look deeper in it, but we'll just kind of get into the hack here and kind of get to the meat of it, really. So once we have the private keys, we can create new wallets, which we did here, and these new wallets are the oracles. So once we have access to the oracles, what we want to do is I'll just code. I'll talk and code at the same time. So we'll create an attack. We'll create, this is going to be an async function. So I like to kind of list out what the steps are before I code it. Sometimes it helps me just kind of think through the whole process. So what we want to do first, we want to lower the price, and then we want to buy one NFT. Then we want to raise the price. Then after that, we will need to approve the NFT for the exchange. And then we want to sell it. Sell the NFT. Sell the NFT back to exchange. And then we want to reset the price. Okay, so yeah, let's just step through it. So first, in order to lower the price, what we want to do, we'll go this Oracle dot, we need connect the wallet 1, and we need to use that post price, and we pass it. We can take a look here at this function. So post price, it's going to be looking for a symbol and a new price. Okay, cool. So the symbol is the DV NFT. Oops. And then new price, we're gonna use a helper function here. Ethers utils dot parse units, and then we're gonna make it 0. And then we make it in way. Low battery. Make it in way. Cool. So this should post the price and make it 0 way. Okay. Next, we want to do the exact same thing, but with wallet number 2. Because we need to post 2 out of 3 oracles need a post, and then it will we will be able to overpower basically the medium price. Okay, so once we lower the price, we want to buy one. So we'll use the exchange dot connect the attacker, and we just want to buy one. And we can't, remember we can't send it. We need to send, if we look at the exchange here, to pass, in order to pass this check right here, amount paid in way must be greater than or equal. Oh, sorry, this is not the right one. Yeah, oh, yeah, right. Yeah. I was looking at this one down here, right? Require amount paid in way greater than 0. So we need to spend more than 0 way. So what we will do, we will just spend 1 way in order to pass that check. So now we should have one of these NFTs in our possession. Next, what we want to do, we want to raise the price, actually. Oh, sorry, I don't have any awaits in front of here. That's silly. I'm gonna need that. Okay, so what we're gonna want to do, we're gonna want to do this exact same thing again. But instead of lowering the price to 0 way, what we want to do is we want to raise the price to the exchange initial balance in ETH. That is like how much money, this is how much money the exchange is holding. So basically it will just drain the exchange of all the ETH. So this should raise the price. After we raise the price, we want to sell it back, but first we will need to approve. So we say this dot NFT token dot we need to connect the attacker, and we say approve. We need to approve. We want to approve the. Oops, what am I doing? this exchange. We want to approve the exchange, and we give it 0, which is the token ID. Next, after we approve it, we will want to sell it back. So we just say this exchange, connect. We want to connect the attacker wallet, and we want to say sell one. And I think we just give it the token ID. Believe we can check it out, double check. Yeah, we just give it a token ID. This .exchange.connect sell one. Yep. So at this point, we have sold it. We've raised the price and we've sold it back to the exchange. Next, what we want to do is reset the price. So what we're going to do this exact same thing again. Wallet 1, wallet 2, but instead of here, we want the initial price, initial NFT price. So we'll just change it back to the original price of what it was before. Oops. Initial NFT price. And then after that, we will just do attack. Let's check this out. Let's see. I think that looks good. Okay, it looks good. So we lowered the price. We bought one. We raised the price. We approved the NFT for sale. We sold it, and then we reset the price. Pretty straightforward. So now we're just gonna call attack and see if we did this right. Yarn, run, compromised. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see how she goes. Waiting. Oh, and we passed. Okay, so that's another one for Damn Vulnerable DeFi. All right, thanks for tuning in, and we will check you on the next one.